Hello and welcome to part 1 of Discworld. Discworld 1, in fact, the 1995 adventure game starring Eric Idle as Rincewind. This was streamed and recorded back in May of this year, 2023, but I've only just now got around to editing it, so please enjoy. So here we are with Discworld, the 1995 game, which, as you can see, has the voices of Eric Idle, Tony Robinson, John Pertwee, Kate Robbins and Rob Brydon. For those that don't know, those are some pretty famous names. Rob Brydon's a well-known UK TV host, Welsh. Well-known Welsh TV host and comedian. And Eric Idle, of course, everybody knows from Monty Python. Tony Robinson, best known for Blackadder. He also narrated the abridged versions of the audiobooks. So, I mean, the illustration is a beautiful one of Josh Kirby's illustrations. And I gotta say, this is a great favourite of mine. This was what people picked for the game. There's more votes for this than for anything else. Grim Fandango did not get any votes, though, strangely enough. But, c'est la vie. John Pertwee, most people know as the third Doctor from Doctor Who, back in the early 70s. And Kate Robbins, her name doesn't actually ring a bell with me. You know, I don't know it offhand, but there's one thing I do know, and that is Discworld. So, I mean, you know, Colin Smythe, his longtime agent. And of course, the wonderful Terry Pratchett himself, mucking around with stuff. Are we? Great tattooing.
In a second-hand set of dimensions. In an astral plane that was never meant to fly. Somewhere in darkest Ankh-Morpork, a sinister plot is about to unfold.
I'll see you again next week for my usual special.
Oh, lovely.
Watch where you're going.
See you soon.
Get off. Leave me alone. Damnation if you don't clear out, so help me, Oh, just bugger off.
That's better. It's on nights like this I could just murder a good curry.
Ah! Hands up. Who's there? Hands. Would you mind putting your hands up? Why? What's happening? It's a simple courtesy. I say, put your hands up. And you, put your hands up. What did you say? It's traditional, a well-established ritual of your actual mugger and victim relationship. You being a victim, and me being the aforementioned mugger. Now please, put your hands up. Hold on to you, what's the names? I haven't got all night, you know. Just do it, alright? Okay. I don't know what this town is coming to. A man can't even have a quiet drink in peace. Now, that wasn't too hard, was it? Now, if you'll just... Oh, bugger.
Unseen University. The home of the greatest wizards on the Discworld, and one or two of the worst. Now, listen carefully. With all these rumors of a dragon... But sir, dragons don't exist. At least, not unless people believe in them. Quite. Nevertheless... With all these rumors of a dragon on the rampage, the wizards of Unseen University must fulfill their civic responsibility. We must seek out this dragon and destroy it. Yes, but how? Who? Leave the how up to me. As for the who, Well, I know of the ideal person. Why don't you go and fetch Rincewind for me?
Yay, Act 1.
Rincewind! Rincewind! Wake up! The Arch-Chancellor wants to see you!
Oh, bugger. Okay, so here we are. Let me just adjust a few things. It's not the one I wanted. I picked the wrong one. Okay. Nice as the music is, I'm going to turn it down a touch. I didn't want to impact the and turn the voices up because, well, they're the voices. I mean, to me, Eric Idle is Rincewind. What about y'all? All y'all here, what do you think of Discworld? Are you fans? Are you not fans? I mean, we just had a 10-minute intro to a game, and I'm going to tell you, back in 1995, that was pretty much unprecedented to have a 10-minute intro with voices. Almost no game had that. In fact, I can't think of any that had that at the time. Most had maybe a minute's worth of video intro. Games at the time I'm thinking of Theme Hospital, that had a short animated intro. Carmageddon had the intro using Fear Factory's Deconstructed, I think it was, uses the pitch video, but this had almost 10-minute long intro just to set the story with voices, with the lot. It was glorious, was it not? Okay, so we've got this pointer. There's a diploma. Now, if I remember right, it's left click to move and right click to interact. So.
Unseen University. Thaumaturgy 101. Failed. Well, it's not little trinkets and paperwork that really count in life. I've got... Well, I've got a really pointy hat. That's a start.
Yes, it is. Everybody needs a really pointy hat. Alright, I'm going to see if I can speed up the subtitles slightly, because it's pausing the audio as it waits for each one to read each one. So I'm going to keep tweaking it a little as we go along, just to make sure we get it to its a more natural speed.
This sodding thing hasn't got a doorknob.
Okay.
A snoring chest? That's novel. Well, I'll soon fix that.
So it still probably goes faster. Let's go to about there. Alright.
I really must do some heavy research into this bed. Eight or 9 solid hours should be sufficient.
Nope, still needs to be faster. We'll get there.
Right, that's it. Poke a man in the ribs. Let's see how you do without it.
You've taken away my cursor. What the?
Oh, all right. You can have it back if you promise to use it wisely.
Okay, I guess we crank it all the way up to full. Okay, so let's open the wardrobe.
It's my money pouch, all right. Now, if I only had more of the fillings.
Okay. I think I may have set the subtitle speed the wrong direction, perhaps. It says subtitle speed, perhaps it means length of time it's on screen for. Let's take a
It's
look.
my money pouch, all right. Now, if I only had more of the fillings.
That's where the problem was. Let's see if we can... almost there. Slow it down just a touch. And that's probably going to be more natural. Okay, let's... I did play this game once. Well, I say once. Most adventure games you only really play once. You know, there's not a huge amount of replayability in most adventure games, is there, to be honest. But I did play this when it came out. I, have the beautiful box. I actually kept it on top of my wardrobe, or at least a unit in the living room in a box.
A snoring chest? That's novel. Well, I'll soon fix that.
Okay, that seems to be a bit better, speed-wise.
Nope, I can't shift it.
Okay.
That doesn't work.
We need to find a way... Okay, we can go out. This has been such a long time since I've done this. I played this when it was new. So that was 1995. So we're talking it was, 28 years ago. It was much like the game last week, Star Trek: Final Unity, which is the one I bought right before this game. I bought this one in late 1995, after I finally finished the Final Unity. The dining room. Let's go to the dining room. Oh, it's a library. Statue.
That doesn't work.
Well, the statue, they don't tend to work. It's still a little on
Oh, no. Ugh! It's horrible. Hang on a minute. It's me.
Oh, I thought I'd click on the statue.
Rather handsome-looking chap, isn't he?
The humour is always so on point. Okay, oh, it's Chancellor's room.
Ah, if it isn't young Breakwind.
Rincewind, sir.
Rincewind, quite. Come in. We need to talk. That is, I need to talk, and you listen. No doubt you've been hearing all sorts of rumors about this dragon that supposedly is terrorizing the town.
Probably not.
Dragon? As in the classic fire-breathing, city-toasting...
Shut up! Yes, pretty much. Scaly, vein, like shiny objects, that species of kidney. And what we need to do is to ensure that the unseen university is properly represented in the attempt to dispose of it. If some yokel simply slays the wretched thing without our help, the people will begin to ask just what wizards are for.
What are they for?
Actually, sir, what are wizards for?
Wizards are firmly behind big dinners.
Quite right. Here, here.
And if you want to keep on eating yours, you'll go and see about this dragon.
Surely, sir, dragons don't logically exist.
Shut up! Dragons exist if you believe in them. And the average man in the street does believe in them. Or at least believes in them enough to give us big rewards if they think we've gotten rid of the thing. Do you follow me?
Yes, Mr. Dibbler. I mean, Arch Chancellor.
Shut up! Not interested in excuses. Too much sloppy thinking around here. Run down to the library and fetch me a copy of Featherwinkle's concise compendium of dragons' lairs.
Must we?
Once we've read that, we'll know how to track the scaly blighter down. You still here, standing around like something unhygienic? Do it now!
Certainly got the pushiness of the bully, doesn't he? I guess the subtitles will have to go to there. I'm also going to turn down the music just a tad more. I mean, while it's fine, it's just a little loud still. A little dominating.
Golden thingamies. It must be good to be the Arch-Chancellor. Ooh, sparklies.
Ooh.
As far as leaders go, the only reason I'd follow him into battle is out of curiosity. Ooh, sparklies.
Okay, it's the same thing. And there's nothing else.
Ah, now, with a desk like that, a man can really defer some serious questions.
Defer, of course, not ask or answer. Alright, let's head on out. You've all been real quiet out there. You are allowed to talk, I won't bite.
Actually, on close examination, this would seem to be some sort of subtropical arboreal ape.
A magical accident in the library turned the librarian into an orangutan. He has since resisted all efforts to turn him back, much preferring the handy long arms, the prehensile toes, and the right to scratch himself in public.
That was a nice little two-flower appearance, wasn't it? I mean, I assume it's two-flower. I mean, picture box, glasses, silly outfit, sure.
Ah. Let's not press this curiosity thing too far then, shall we?
Why not?
Sex Magic, the book of the 32 unspeakable acts, with a compendium containing several speakable ones, and 6 more that everyone involved would rather forget about. No wonder it's on ice.
Well, yeah, I guess. Alright, let's go speak to the librarian. I'd forgotten all about this chat interface thing. Okay, so this is, I think, a greeting.
Hello? Ooh, Egat. You're not in charge here, are you? Oh, I see. Well, that explains the filing system. Look, I don't know if you're quite the person that I want to see. Ooh, yeah, well, it's hard to explain, really. Yeah, ook, eek, ook. Yee! Well, this is wonderful. I never knew I could speak monkey.
Don't say the M
Did you get
word.
the number of that donkey cot?
Never say the M word around it. As we all know, right?
Hi. Do you mind if I monkey about in the library for a while?
Oh dear.
Did you get the number of that donkey cot?
Wonder how many other options there are to have him smacked around a bit. That did end up being a bit of a thing when we were doing Star Trek: A Final Unity last week, and for the previous couple of weeks, is how many times could I torture the people there? Well, he's Rincewind. He is tortured. That's who he is.
May I take a book from the library, please? Excuse me? I see. I need something in order to take out a book. Toothpaste? Fingers? Gloves? Something in your hand? A dentist? Halitosis? You want some mouthwash? That's it. You want some mouthwash. I'm sorry, but I'm already spoken for. Oh! A library card! Why didn't you say so in the first place? What happens if I just barge in without giving you a library card? Yes. Now look, unfortunately, I don't have one ape. Ape upon my person. Yes, upon my person. Phew. I didn't say monkey.
Oh dear.
Did you get the number of that donkey cot?
That's 3. 3 from 3.
Hey! Whose monkey is this? Did you get the number of that donkey cot?
So we've had 4 entries in the chat thing, and 4 smacks in the head for saying the M word. Don't say the M word around the librarian. You'd think he'd have learned that by now. But then he wouldn't be Rincewind if he had.
Excuse me, my dear sir. Could you get me a tome called Featherwinkle's Concise Compendium of Dragon's Lairs? I see. Yes. Yes, I suppose so. Quite. Look, is there someone else here that I can speak to? Well, you know, someone who isn't a monkey.
5.
Did you get the number of that donkey cot? No, I'll come back and get a book later. Yes, I've given up. No, not gibbon, monkey. Ape! Oh, damn!
6.
Did you get the number of that donkey cot?
There we go, that's 6 from 6. 6 from 5, in fact.
This seems like a good cue to cease this whole silly conversation.
Yes, it does. I don't know, Eric Idle just seems right for Rincewind. He's the right sort of age, he's the right silliness. Wouldn't you agree? Well, let's go down to the kitchen and see what's down here. And you said KI and guessed this was kitchens.
Well, he's cooking food. I suppose that means we have to call him a cook. Excuse me, but could I ask you some questions?
Clear off! And no magic in the kitchen. One more spell goes off in this place, and I'm going to complain to the Arch-Chancellor.
Are you always this surly?
Not always. I even know a jolly joke.
Really?
Yes. What's ugly, hollow, and rings like a bell?
I don't know. What?
Look over there.
He's just getting smacked
Did
around,
you get the number of that donkey cot?
isn't he? So far, he's had 6 conversational questions and been hit 7 times.
Well, that's a fine skill to have. Your parents must be very proud of you.
Actually, I was going to become a wizard, but they found out my parents were married.
Ooh.
Fascinating. Don't any of your pancakes get lost?
What? From here? From my frying pan? You don't seem to realise the gravity of your accusation. 27 years I've been studying to be a cook's apprentice. I've got top marks for basic flipping left hand and right, and batter stirring, pan greasing and pancake stacking.
Oh, how many did you get for customer relations?
2%. Clear off.
Hey, he hasn't smacked her on the head. That's a win.
This is the worst kitchen I've ever seen.
It would be worse if there were worst.
What's worst?
It's a what's name? A sausage.
Worst sausage?
No, if you want the worst sausage, try Dibblers.
Oh, dear. So it's to be puns, is it?
Just watch the pancakes for a while. It's very soothing.
Let's do that. Wonderful. So we get splattered then.
Well, I'll catch you later then. That doesn't work. Ah, so it was ice cream for dinner yesterday, eh?
So what's left? The places to go. The dining room. Yay.
Good day, sirs.
Is it? So you say. What with the bottom falling out of the tapioca market.
He's off again. Past the dried frog pills.
Laugh away, you old boy valve. It's all this dragon business. That's what's doing it. Snatching tapioca out of the mouths of the deserving elderly.
Dragons? Dragons in the town? A likely story.
Swamp dragons, he means? No, a real dragon. Not one of those little marsh tiddlers.
Poppycock, there's no such thing. Dragons only exist if you believe in them. I don't believe in them, they don't believe in me. So we're both happy.
Okay then.
Another busy day in the faculty, gentlemen?
We are cogitating.
I hope I heard that right, said in a knowing tone of voice, nudge, nudge.
Cogitating, my lad, is that process by which the wise make space inside their minds for more ideas.
You make more space for ideas by sitting on your backside sipping a cup of milky tea.
Hit him. Hit him.
My boy, ideas are normally sold by volume, not by weight. It's best to let them settle so you can find more room in the top. We have wisdom and you do not. For instance, this is the action of a clever man.
What's so clever about writing down the word monkey?
Wisdom, my lad, is never cheap.
Well, I didn't know you were selling it by the pound.
Certainly by the pound is one way to describe Rincewind right now. He's been hit, what, 8 times? 9 if you count the I've lost count.
Excuse me, where might I go to find the patrician?
Well, don't be an idiot, boy. Just look for the palace.
Is he approachable? Can you actually speak to him?
Oh, yes. But he's a mean man with a word. Be careful if he uses sarcasm on you. And for heaven's sake, run for it if he resorts to irony.
Oh dear.
Does this place always have to be this way?
What
Yes.
way?
Well, this way. It's chaos. It's undisciplined. It's as if I'm thrashing about in a sea of questions, like I'm screaming out against soul-destroying winds.
Isn't that a mixed metaphor?
I mean, there are times when I dream about just shaking this place by the neck until it starts talking sense.
I have one like that too.
What, really?
Oh yes, In one magic moment, I stride like an intellectual giant across the rooftops of the world, slicing through the Gordian what's-his-name of fuzzy thinking for all time. And then I have this other terrific dream, that I'm being smothered in fruity yoghurt and sucked up inside a whale.
Thankfully, that's not my problem. So far, anyway. We can but hope. Why is the librarian a monkey? Did you get the number of that donkey cot?
He's not one of them, he's an orangutan.
But it's the same thing! Did you get the number of that donkey cot?
The actual orangutan is one of the great apes, an arboreal denizen of the subtropical rainforest. If you ever want to go far in life, you must learn the value of proper nomenclature.
Nomenclature? But what's the difference between calling him an orangutan or a monkey?
In general terms, the difference is whether you keep your teeth in your head or in your hat.
But how did it happen? I mean, should we really let arboreal subtropical fauna be the guardians of a major national library?
Oh. Well, he was human once, of course.
What? Really?
All part of a magical accident. Very tragic, you see, but there it is.
Very embarrassing, seeing him scratch himself in the reference section.
Doesn't he want to be turned back into a human?
Nope. Ha! Says he likes the long arms, the prehensile toes, and the right to scratch himself in the reference section. I say he just likes running around loose, not wearing trousers. I mean, I would.
Right you are then. Ah, a swamp dragon, if my eyes don't deceive me. I thought these things were filled with explosive gas. Oh, right.
Lovely. Still enjoying the game so far? Yes, no, yes, no. We've got the Dean, the Bursar, and runes.
Ah, a swamp dragon, if my eyes don't deceive me. I thought these things were filled with explosive gas.
Is there anything further along here? Oh, it's Windle Boots.
Hey? A girl? What's a girl doing in here?
I'm not a girl.
Why are you wearing a dress?
It's a wizard's robe, not a dress.
I knew a girl's dress once. Splendid lass. Very good at pickling. Yes, very good at pickling eels, she was.
Well, I once knew a girl too, of course.
Of course? Oh, why are you of course? Young fellow like you ought to be out and about, exploring a world of adventure. Wine, women, and pickles.
Look, I am out and about.
Well, you can't be too good at it if you're already off course, young air freshener.
Look, no one's off course. I just used the phrase as a pleasantry, a manner of address. Pickling? Oh, how fascinating.
Pickled? Who's pickled?
No one's pickled. You started it. I don't even like pickles.
What? Oh, they were wonderful pickles. How dare you cast aspersions on damn, I've lost it. What were we talking about again?
Pickles?
What's pickled? What? What do you mean?
Well, the eels were pickled, weren't they?
What? Pickled elves? Damn their ears. I told them to lock that liquor cupboard. Go on, boy, get after them.
No, pickles, not pickled.
Pickles? Or try the kitchen. Get out. Stop wasting my time.
So, what happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. That's just the point. And now young twerps like you think they can come in here, ravish our women and steal all our pickles.
Steal? Now do I look like a thief?
My stick. They all want my magic stick. So be off with you, you dastardly overcleaner.
No, look. I don't want your wretched stick.
So it's the pickles you're after then, is it? You devilish young trouser. Well, I'm onto you, you know. I'm onto you, you young bookcase.
Now look, this is not the problem that I wanted to address. Look, I just want to find somebody who can talk a little sense.
Sense? Perfumes? Oh, I'll not have it. No, sir, I won't. Dallying with womenfolk on the premises is against the rules. Otherwise, we'd all be doing it. You young bathrobe, I'll have you defrocked for this.
Look, I haven't done a thing, honestly.
What? Well, how can you be a man of the world if you've never sampled the finer things in life? Women, wizard staves, pickles.
Well, if I go and do that, you said you'd defrock me.
It won't do. It just won't do. Young tweezers like you coming in here and taking off their frocks, I won't stand for it. I will. This city is getting into a fine old pickle.
Oh, please don't get started on the pickles again.
Pickles? Well, don't eat pickles if you're wearing a dress. You'll stain the hem. Why are you wearing a dress?
Oh boy.
This seems like a good cue to cease this whole silly conversation.
Yes, it does.
You know, I've always wanted to ring one of these.
So it looks like there's nothing really of use here. For some reason I wouldn't want them to click.
Yes, it's definitely an open wardrobe. A fine example, if I may say so. Nope, I can't shift it. That doesn't work. Yes, a mysterious shape, a sinister shape, a shape fraught with shapeness. It must be a plot element. Otherwise, there'd be a better label.
Okay, I don't remember what we get this thing we need to do to get the luggage. Sorry,
Oh. Well, this one's not a statue. I think this one used to be a frog out in the garden. Ah, well, he never should have asked to be turned into a handsome plinth.
oh dear God.
That...
Sorry. Okay, there we go. Trying to click around, it wasn't moving. These all games feel a little temperamental. don't ask. So is that? We got a banana. Gotta remember I can't double click on the doors.
Excuse me, my dear sir. Could you get me a tome called Featherwinkle's Concise Compendium of Dragon's Lairs?
Hooray! That's the first puzzle down.
Excellent. Good lad, Breakwind.
Rincewind, sir.
Ah, we now have the formula to construct Reclamento's never-failing Dragon's Lair revealer. With the device in our hands, we'll be able to track the creature and trap it like a wildebeest.
You mean like a rat, sir?
Really? Well, could be. That'd be easier, certainly. You've got a good firm grasp of facts. I like that in a wizard. Go forth and fetch the elements we need to construct this device. I'll see that your performance is brought to the attention of the university board when we review your grant next year. We may only halve it, for example.
Sir, have I ever told you of my ambition to be a yak?
It can be arranged, Rincewind. Just ask the librarian. Now, gonna move on. We need a staff of tumultuous taumaturgy, a spiral of never-failing induction, a miniature creature of excitable chitters, and a container made of the strongest ferrous metal.
Oh, is that all?
A sample of breath from the subject in question is necessary.
Dragon's breath?
Yes. Any problems with that? No? Good. Well, don't just stand there. Off you go.
Featherwinkle's Concise Compendium of Dragon's Lairs. Detect dragons from a comfortable distance or your money back.
So we need a staff, we need a imp, dragon breath, magic coil, and a metal container. So that's the pan from the kitchen, looks like. Staff, well, we know Rincewind doesn't have a staff, he's never had a staff. He remembered one spell and it drove the rest out. Magic coil and the imp, I have no idea.
A container made of the strongest ferrous metal. A staff of tumultuous thaumaturgy. A miniature creature of excitable chitters. Dragon's breath? Nope. A spiral of never-failing induction.
Okay. There we go. Okay, that was the out. Okay.
Golden thingamies. It must be good to be the Arch-Chancellor.
So what have we got in here? We have...
Straw tied to a stick. Technically, I suppose it is a broom.
We need to get all those things. Yay. I
Would you believe he gets a full tenure for this? I have absolutely no desire to talk to that person at this time.
Okay.
You know, I've always wanted to ring one of these. That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Let's see. Oh, there's a stat. Have to know that.
Right, that's it. Poke a man in the ribs. Let's see how you do without it. Oh, all right. You can have it back if you promise to use it wisely. Long, wooden, clearly quite magical. Here! It's got a knob on the end.
A wizard staff has a knob on the end. It's the shape and the size of... let's see, so that's what we need to get hold of. So we know what two of the 5 items are. We know the pans down here in the kitchen, the staffs up there are windlepoons. So it's path.
That doesn't work. Sod it! Another one of those doors without handles. Tradesman's entrance, I presume. I wonder what we traded him for. New improved Wonder Grow. Grows anything. New instant formula.
Oh no, there's somebody I recognise.
Good grief! I thought the apprentices were all kept tied to stakes. How do you open the gate?
They've changed the wasp names. The hand wriggles. It's a whole new spell.
So show me the new spell.
Can't. The spell's a secret.
Nice weather.
Since classes in wind whistling, rain-making and lightning throwing are all scheduled for today, I think that's being a wee bit premature.
Just isn't his day, is it?
So, this is it? You just stand here all day getting a wage for eating prunes?
Certainly. Someone's got to do it. It's a plum job.
Oh. Those who don't know, prunes are made of dried plums.
The hand wriggles, please.
Yeah, right. Look, you just wiggle them like this.
Like this.
Yes, almost. Now try it like that.
Like this.
Right you are, son. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'd like a nice lie down.
But what about the gate? Aren't you going to guard it?
Oh, who gives them monkeys?
Hey, not him for once.
Did you get the number of that donkey cart?
What's that you're eating then?
Prunes. Just a little nourishment to tide me through till lunchtime.
Can I have one before I go?
Having one before you go is the whole point of prunes. And no, you can't.
Oh, sod you then.
Well, I'll catch you later then.
Well, there's the frog we need for the book. No, actually, we don't. Why don't I think we needed a frog for the book?
Bisected by the River Ankh, the city of Ankh-Morpork is the oldest existing city on the Discworld. It is really two cities, proud Ankh, turnwise of the river, and pestilent Morpork on the Widdershin side. Although the pestilence is quite democratic and in fact covers most of the city, it is said that all roads lead to Ankh-Morpork. But this is in fact incorrect. The truth is that all roads lead away from Ankh-Morpork.
People just walk down it the wrong way. Alright, so here's the university. This kind of makes me want to watch, not watch, play, what am I talking about? Makes me want to play, Secret of Monkey Island, where they got that same kind of map area. That wasn't good. There's the shades, the city gate, park, and a palace. Where to first? That, you know, is the question.
So, anyway, how's the wife?
Oh, not so bad. How's yours?
Oh, doing well, doing well. We thought we might invite you two around for dinner tomorrow night. I've made a chocolate cake, strawberry pudding, and duck's foot casserole with leaf mould.
Leaf mould?
Oh, sorry. Did I say leaf mould? I meant caramel. Anyway, there'll be lashings of everything. You know the wife. She likes to cook.
Yeah, but is this a good idea? I thought she was watching her weight.
Why should she watch her weight?
Well, you know, after last time, when she accidentally ate that camel.
Oh, she's not overweight. She's just, she's just cuddly.
Yeah, cuddly. Very, very cuddly. With humps.
So, how's your wife then? Did she get that thing off her face?
Thing? What thing?
The hairy thing.
That's a beauty spot, that is.
Oh, I see. Bit long for a beauty spot, isn't it, though? I mean, in area.
Look, moustaches are supposed to be a sign of sensuality.
What, on women?
Listen, are you calling my wife ugly?
No.
Good. I'd have been ever so cross if you did.
Maybe he's calling her non-human.
Oh, good, a palace goon. Bad luck comes in pairs, I suppose.
Clear off!
Look, could you just let me in, please?
Clear off!
Now, that's what I call a guarded conversation.
Oh dear.
Is she really that fat then?
What?
Well, your friend was saying how fat your wife is, so I thought...
Oh, he did he?
Lies. I never...
Well, I'll just move along then, shall I? Fine.
That's all it took to get inside. Wow, cool.
Stout fella. It's Nanny Og.
That's Nanny Og.
A thief? Here? Just what I needed. 10 minutes in a room with a complete git. Greetings, lowly and scabby peasant.
Hail, old pointy-hatted one, and less of the scabby, thank you.
What's happening?
We seek an audience with the patrician, the mighty ruler of Ankh-Morpork. It's about this dragon, you see. He's making the cows dry up and all the curtains fade.
What, really?
Well, that's what our Agnes says. Anyway, who wants to have their family char-boiled by a dragon? Soot's hell to shift.
Yes.
Well, anyway, that's what old Uncle Agnes says. You can't go fairer than that.
Uncle Agnes?
Yeah, Uncle.
So you describe him as a bit of a man, then?
Hadn't really thought about it, to tell the truth. Now you come to mention it, I suppose we should have asked. We just married him off to one of those guards outside the gates.
Well, that explains something.
Try Nanny Og.
Hello, dear.
Eek!
Tired? Ooh, I give a pretty good foot massage.
Now let's remain very, very calm about this, shall we?
A quiet dinner, a relaxing evening watching the potions brew. I'm very good at toes, you know. How's about just a little sing-song? Don't suppose you know a wizard's staff has a knob on the end, do you?
Mine hasn't, I can assure you. But I'll just rush off and check, just in case.
Okay, now the thief.
Wait a minute, you're a thief. What are you doing here?
Well, it's about my quota, see?
Quota?
The amount I'm allowed to steal. It's not enough. The dragon's been destroying housing, so rent just went through the roof. I mean, a 20% increase in theft quotas for the duration of the emergency seems a reasonable thing to ask, doesn't it?
Depends if you're in the 20%.
One of the remarkable innovations introduced by the patrician was to make the Thieves' Guild responsible for theft, with annual budgets, forward planning, and above all, rigid job protection. Thus, in return for an average level of crime per annum, the thieves themselves saw to it that unauthorized crime was met with the full force of injustice, which was generally a stick with nails in it.
Okay then. Talk to the fool.
Hello?
Mro, it's a visitor, isn't it, Chucky? A visitor, yes it is.
Oh, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky! Look here! Mr. Pencilhead says hello.
Hello. He said hello to us, Chucky. Oh, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky.
Oh, I've missed Chucky.
Yes, what might your name be?
It's secret.
Eh?
I can't tell you, but Mr. Flower knows.
Oh, well, if you like. Hello, Mr. Flower.
Wet! He's all wet! Oh, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky!
Well, excuse me, I think there's someone calling me. Excuse me, I think I must have missed something.
Missed it? Missed it? Oh, very good, very good. He's good, isn't he, Chucky?
He's good, he's very good. Yes, he's very good indeed. Oh, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky!
Are you all right?
Oh, are we all right, Chucky? Are we all right?
Look here!
Whee!
I think I'm just going to lie down for a little while.
I don't blame you.
Look, I was wondering if I could get some information off you.
Information?
Information, Chucky? About lizards? About dragons, yes?
Well, yes, all right.
Dragons. All about dragons then, Uncle.
Look, could you just keep it down a little, please?
Dragons, Chucky. Chucky doesn't like dragons.
Shut up! Quiet! Now just tell me what you know.
Tell what?
What about the dragon?
What dragon?
The dragon that threatens the city.
Oh, Chucky, Chucky, Chucky!
He knows about the dragon.
Quiet!
Dragon, Chucky, dragon.
Now look.
Guess what I am now?
Boring.
No. No, guess again.
A teapot.
Yes, teapot. Teapot, Chucky. Oh, Chucky. Oh.
Stop it! Stop acting insane!
Insane? Did you say insane?
Yeah? Yes?
Chucky doesn't like it when I'm called insane. My mother called me insane once. She said it right before she died.
Ooh. Right. Well, excuse me, I think there's someone calling me.
Yeah, but how'd she die? Surely that's germane.
Why do I always get the loons?
Loons, boons, goons. You come to ask a boon?
Look, are you on treatment for this condition?
Treatment? Treatment? Very clever, very clever. Chucky likes treatment. Does Pencilhead want some treatment too?
Now look, why don't you and your puppet just go away? Anyway, what sort of treatment?
Chucky likes his jokes. Oh, Chucky.
This seems like a good cue to cease this whole silly conversation.
I guess so. Okay.
Actually, if you're going to spend all day in a chair, I think you'd be better off opting for something with more lower back support. That doesn't work. Oh, well, he's a busy man. Maybe this isn't the best time to bother him.
The patrician can be sort of thought of as the semi-benevolent dictator of Ankh-Morpork, administering not so much a reign of terror, but more an occasional light shower.
So, I hope you've come here on pleasant business.
Yeah, well.
Non-disruptive business. Reliable, solid business. Rather than mere disruptive rumour-mongering. Would I be right?
Yeah. Rumour-mongering, solid business, maybe.
Well, are you? Or aren't you? Make up your mind.
So, you wouldn't consider anything dragony at all to be...
Valid.
Valid conversation.
In a nutshell, I think.
Yes, I see your point. If, however, just for argument's sake...
Argument?
Well, I say argument, more a suppositionary discussion, really, but if something, say, vaguely reptilian were actually to creep into the conversation...
Yes?
And the weather being seasonal, a flame or even fire-breathing theme were to, as it were, intrude across into the subject...
Huh. Yes, I see your point.
Well, you see where that begins to lead us, then.
Quite, yes, quite right. Well, I think this sort of information deserves a very thorough treatment.
Ah, exactly so.
Perhaps the dungeon's information retrieval technicians might be willing to offer their services in such a case. Refresh your memory of details, that sort of thing.
Ah, information retrieval technicians.
Yes, they're the ones.
The ones with racks and windlasses and that long sort of bent thing that they poke.
Ah, now you're with me. All supposition, of course.
Yes, as you say.
In any case, was there anything you wished to broach with me at all? Taxes, law reforms, dragons?
Dragon? Goodness, no! What dragon?
Exactly. We'll let it rest there then, shall we? Don't let me detain you.
Yes, no need to stretch the point. Have you any idea how difficult it is to get through to see you?
Not really. Funnily enough, I've never had cause to do it, you see.
Well, I think it's appalling. Whatever happened to open government?
Well, since you put it like that, the last ruler who tried it ended up extremely open.
I still find it odd that a genuine wizard can hardly get in to see you. I mean, what if there's signs or portents or something? You're blocking traditional seers' routes of egress.
Well, I always look on inaccessibility as being a measure of the man. Supply and demand, that sort of thing. Still, now you're here...
At last.
Quite. Well, now you're here, we should extend you some hospitality. A little refreshment, maybe even a quick whiz around the palace. A walk along the highly dangerous battlements. Or a brief tour of the dungeons, perhaps.
Ah, no, you're a busy man.
Exactly.
Let's go for the dragons.
Serious business? Well, yes.
Really?
Ah, well, it's all pretty grim stuff, actually. You see, I've come to get some action happening about this dragon business.
What?
Well, that is,
Now listen to me. There are no such things as dragons. They are a physical impossibility. No ifs, buts, or maybes. I've had enough. The next person who mentions dragons in my presence will be off for a trip to the information-gathering technicians. Extremely quickly.
Well, I just thought...
Yeah?
Oh, right you are then. Look, I'll just go and stand over here then, all right?
Alright, so we've... Yeah. Okay, so we've kind of cleared out Patrician's palace. He doesn't want to know anything.
Oh, good, a palace goon.
A knocked out palace goon. Alright, where are we going? Square? Right there.
Wanted for arson, suspect approximately 3 tons, 200 feet long, scaly. Wanted dead, definitely dead. Reasonable reward.
Okay.
Lost, small dog, answers to the name of Gaspode. Talks too much, if found, keep.
Ooh, poor Gaspo.
Counterwise wine tasting at Bear Huggers Wineries. Please bring bucket to winery the day before you arrive.
Okay.
That doesn't work.
Okay, can't do anything with that. See about doing something with these.
Aha! Crocus Gittus, or the common old garden boring old codger.
How dare you? I may approximate that some way.
Is he one?
One what?
One of them, you know.
What? With a whip?
Yes, he's one of them.
Probably. He's wearing a hat.
Well, I'm not standing for it. Young man, are you one of them?
One of what?
Look, I'm not exactly sure what you...
Yes or no?
Oh, all right. Yes, then.
Oh, funny. He doesn't walk like one.
It's hard to tell in that dress.
Ah, I think I can see how this is going. It's a case of humorous misunderstanding, yes?
Sorry? What's that?
I'm not going to fall for it.
I shouldn't think so, in that dress.
You see, you're just taking perfectly ordinary remarks and trying to make some kind of joke out of them.
Oh, come on. There's not much to laugh at in our job.
I can see that.
We need a bit of fun.
This might not be much, but it's better than being up to your knees in blood.
What are your jobs?
Oh, we're heroes, mate.
You? Don't make me laugh.
You just said we didn't.
I mean, you? Killing dragons?
Oh, we've killed dozens of them in our day. And if you think you're a hero too, you'll want to find the dragon. So off you go. No point wasting any time. You didn't see me wasting any time when I took out the dreaded Temple of Offla.
Okay, so I guess this is Silver Horde, in a way.
One of them? Well, it depends who's asking.
Who? Why, it's us. The rootinest, tootinest, shootinest.
Hats and whips.
And gold.
Inside temples.
What? Missionaries?
No, the other ones. Nasty natives with spiders and snakes. Ugh, yuck. So you mark my words.
Look, I think you should probably all just start again.
You listen up, young fellow. We're all legendary heroes here. So keep your ears open and you might learn a thing or two. Incidentally, on a point of detail, we only root and shoot We never toot. Well, hardly ever.
Eh?
It's all depending on his destiny. I'm the kind of man that went out and made his own destiny.
What out of? Wood?
Come again?
Well, you carve a destiny, don't you?
Could be made of ivory.
Can't get the elephants these days.
How's about iron? Then you could forge a mighty destiny. Too heavy. It has to be wood.
What?
There we are, young man. Your destiny should be made of wood. Don't go to the desert, though. It'll get termites, and then you'll have a holy destiny. Had to struggle a bit for that one, sorry.
Okay,
Most certainly not. I've never been one of them.
He doesn't look like one of them.
He's wearing a dress. It's the best way to tell.
Ah, well, if you'll just excuse me, I think I hear destiny calling.
okay. Let's see then. I don't know, I just tried to move him around with the keyboard like he's a MMO character. Oh, let's see.
The art of signposting is apparently long, long dead. That doesn't work. What's this then? Psychiatricist?
Shut up, sit down, no
Oh, look what we
talking.
got
If
now.
you're mad, you don't want to run around infecting everybody else.
So, this word you cannot stand. Tell me how it makes you feel. Ah, yes. Yes, I see. A case of latent aggression, no doubt. Now, I want you to relax and tell me about your innermost feelings. When I say the word in question. That's it. Now, here we go. Monkey.
Okay. Who have we got here then? We've got a girl, we've got a troll. I've got a feeling that troll's detritus.
Yes, probably as good a place for him as any. Now, why is she dressed as a milkmaid? That's possibly the most heinous woman I've ever seen in my life. Stunning how they managed to find these people.
Yibble, egg.
I'm sorry?
The eyes, the awful knowing eyes.
What's happened to you?
I couldn't take it. Thumping, not thumping, my brain's gone potty. Ah! Get them off me. They're all green.
Excuse me, I seem to be in the wrong conversation.
The willow.
Yes, look, let's not pursue that, shall we?
It's very delicate, you know.
How do you change voices like that?
Change it like what? You
You did it just then.
It's called bucketing.
Channeling?
No, bucketing. It's like channeling, only it doesn't drain away afterwards. It all just sort of sloshes around in there and dribbles out at random.
The winter evenings must just fly by.
There's a lot of puns in here, aren't there?
You wouldn't be a loony by any chance, would you?
My dear sir, I'm shocked, nay, hurt at the insinuation.
Eh?
I am a victim of circumstance, nothing more.
That and the fact that he's barking mad.
Now, look, the young, the dark, the crab-wise.
Oh, no.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Ankh-Morpork.
Who, me?
Removes stains while it disinfects, makes whites brighter than bright.
Look, I'm afraid I can't handle this right now.
Millennium Hand and Shrimp.
If you'll excuse me, I believe I'm needed somewhere else.
Sorry.
Oh, now let me guess. You're a patient here, aren't you?
Oh no,
I'm just here for background colour. Here, chuk 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 chuk. Dark they were, and golden their eyes. The bells, the bells.
Ah, jolly good. Carry on. This seems like a good cue to cease this whole silly conversation.
Try the girl on written as Ginger.
No, I can't seem to do that. No. Now, why is she dressed as a milkmaid?
No.
Shut up, sit down, no talking. If you're mad, you don't want to run around infecting everybody else.
Okay, what magazine?
Vague, Trolls Weekly, Hovel Beautiful, Popular Siege Engineering. I hate waiting room magazines.
Shut up, sit down, no talking. If you're mad, you don't want to run around infecting everybody else.
I guess we'll leave then.
I'm sure I've seen him round the place before. I wonder if he was the one who tried to sell me shares in that left-handed shoelace factory.
Dragon detector, sir?
Hey, what?
Can I interest you in a dragon detector, sir? I'll only charge you cost price, a single shilling. I'm cutting my own throat.
A dragon detector? How does it work?
Easy as pie, sir. This rod has a piece of wood tied to the end. When you get close to a dragon, the wood turns to ash.
How close?
Very well. You caught me there, Governor. A slight design flaw. Tell you what, I'll halve the price. 2 shillings and it's yours. I'm cutting my own throat.
Oh, no. Let me guess. The lovable street merchant.
Cut me own throat, Dibbler. At your service, sir. Care to buy a dragon breath-proof vest, sir?
Is it guaranteed?
It's never been destroyed by dragon's breath yet, sir.
Not necessarily a strong recommendation, though, is it? I mean, it's never been engulfed by lava or trampled by penguins either.
There you are, sir. Free guarantees for the price of one.
No, thank you.
Well, how's about dragon pinwheels, sir? Cloisson pins, flags, or we have dragon repellent. Only 1 shilling gets you a bottle. Tell you what, sir, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm cutting my own throat. Money back guarantee. You get your full cash back if, in fact, the dragon eats you. Personal application only, of course.
Not today, thank you. Not tomorrow either. What's that smell? It's like roasting loincloths.
Sausage in a bun, sir. Wholesome and nutritious. I'll tell you what, I'll sell 3 for the price of 1. A single penny. I'm cutting my own throat.
Nah, thank you.
Care to buy it?
No.
But you never even heard my pitch.
I thought I'd save time.
We can go back and try it from the top if you'd like, sir.
Well, excuse me, I think there's someone calling me.
Right.
A nice strong rubber belt, that. Gad, it's a... What is that thing?
Looks like a machine of some kind. So chickens.
Poultry power? That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Ick! A bit, well, messy. Good day.
Can I interest you in a free sample, sir?
Not on your Nelly. Lovely. Let me guess. You are a traditional?
Sorter and remover of human affluence, sir. I offer drainage with distinction. My school teacher said I'd never make anything of myself in life, and just look at me now. Got to the top, By starting at the bottom.
And people certainly stand aside when you pass by. Ugh, what's that smell?
That's the honey pot, sir.
Honey pots? That doesn't smell like honey.
Well, actually, that's a metaphor, sir.
What's a metaphor?
Well, in this case, sir, it's for covering up some unpleasant aspects of life what don't normally make for polite conversation. For instance, if I say, "Here, sir, may I interest your son in an apprenticeship as a collector of honey buckets?" you might stop and listen. Whereas, if I asked you if you minded if your son helped me with collecting crap...
Yeah, well, quite. So, you're a sewerage collection man, is that it?
Well, we in the industry prefer the term...
Effluent redistribution technician, quite. Look, all joking apart, what in Offler's name is this thing?
That, sir, that is your actual patented sewerage purification plant. Self-powered elastic belt propulsion. This thing heralds in a whole new age, sir.
The mind truly boggles. So, it purifies sewerage, does it?
That's right, sir.
Meaning it takes raw sewerage and then produces...
Well, pure sewerage, sir. The essence, as it were.
I see. Jolly good. I suppose I'll just leave you to it.
Always here whenever you need me, sir.
Right you are, then. Should you really be doing this here?
That's just the sort of attitude I've come to expect from your kind. You'll see, one day you'll all laugh on the other side of your faces.
Look, I didn't mean anything.
No, fine. Obviously you object to my profession. I'm used to it, sir. Wish I could say it didn't hurt.
Oh, look, I'm sorry. I mean, I've always looked forward to a visit from the friendly neighbourhood...
Effluent redistribution technician, sir.
Effluent redistribution technician. Anyway, I always left out little presents. Glass of milk, bag of cookies, that sort of thing.
You did, sir?
Nah, not really. Still, it gave you a warm all-over glow for a minute, though. Didn't it?
You're right there. Thanks.
Don't mention it. Don't get horribly burned to death by any monsters or anything. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Okay, who we got? We got an urchin. Tomato.
Care to buy a money pouch, sir? Very good, Nick. Cost you 1 shilling.
No, I already have a money pouch, thank you.
Are you sure?
Stolen! The damn thing's been stolen!
Good thing I was at hand with a replacement then, innit, sir?
Wait a minute. This looks exactly like my money pouch.
You see, sir? You'll hardly even know your old pouch has gone. That's service for you.
Now look. Did you just steal this?
Don't look at me, sir. I'm just a lovable street urchin, I am.
Urchin?
Yeah, you know, one of them hard things that lives on seaside rocks. The ones that end in points.
It's a starfish, isn't it?
Is it? All right, sir. I'm a lovable street starfish, then.
Sounds a bit fishy to me.
I'm just keen to get you to shell out, Gov. Like a second pouch, sir, just as a reserve, so to speak, in case the worst should happen.
Look, if it's not too much to ask, how did you do that?
What? Give away a trade secret?
Tell me how you do it, or I'll turn your spleen into a tank of sea monkeys. Did you get the number of that donkey cot?
Oh, well, when you put it that way, Gov, look, it's easy. Just practice on those old guys over there and get your hand in.
Handy. So what have we got out of this book that we need? No, 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 and no. Aren't we doing well?
Greetings, O noble warrioress.
Greetings, O pointy-hatted elf.
Eh?
It is I, Red Sorghum, chosen avatar of the goddess Mothra. I've come to Ankh-Morpork seeking adventure. I've sworn myself to the quest, and may give myself in marriage only to the man who can equal me in combat.
You what? Are you in much demand?
Well, yes, apparently. Under the terms of the Geese, I'm supposed to suffer no insult from any man, which unfortunately includes wolf whistles, lingering looks, and even passing thoughts of attraction, which would be all right, but they insist that I wear this get-up. Standard heroine issue. By the way, geese is an archaic word, meaning something like obligations. I really don't want to hear any more jokes about birds.
Inconvenient.
It's ever so cold.
So, do many people actually just want to try and marry you?
Oh yes, happens all the time. Well, I suppose I encourage it, really. I mean, it's been 10 years, and a girl has to settle down someday. They've been lining up in the taverns ever since I got here. I've been killing people non-stop since 10:30.
Ah, so, just tell me a bit with this one. In order to get engaged to you, they have to
match swords with me, yes.
To the death?
Yes.
Sounds dangerous.
Actually, it's more boring than dangerous. Well, at least from my point of view. Other girls get to debauch with barbarians, and all I get is two-way conversations with the gods.
Really?
Well, it's not as if Mothra, goddess of Stepland, storms and destroyer of cardboard cities, really has anything much to say. I mean, there's the occasional quest aspect of things, but more often than not it just means chopping up some mothballs or getting her a nice rug for tea. I suppose there is a lot of posing, and the chainmail bikinis are nice, but it doesn't fill up a Saturday night, if you know what I mean. You, do know what I mean, don't you?
Sure, I know what you mean.
Mothra even gave me this magic sword, said it was to keep me safe. Bitch, every time I meet some halfway likable man, I have to kill him.
Well, can't you stop it?
Well, no, it's a magical curse, you see. For instance, if I even suspected that you found me attractive, I'd be forced to do something really totally unpleasant. Probably involving spleens.
Spleens?
It's an organ. Not sure what it does apart from ooze green.
Yeah, well, I quite understand. Good thing I don't fancy you then, eh?
I'm ever so pleased. Of course, I feel a lot more comfortable with you in a dress.
So you're a Hublander?
That's right. The Icelands, snowfields, that kind of thing. Proud land for a proud people. Forge of destiny, and so forth.
And, well, is that a Hubland costume you're wearing?
Yes. Why?
Well, it just doesn't seem climatically appropriate. How does it stay up?
Pressure.
Pressure?
Everyone's eyes are always running all over it.
Well,
Let's see.
It's a frame-up.
pardon?
They can't do this to me. I'm the tax collector.
That explains it then.
This isn't funny. I can't believe this.
Maybe you should take stock of your situation.
Now listen.
Too bad. Now your reputation has gone to rack and ruin. Still, I suppose it's torture a lesson. Torture, get it? Not a good pun, but then what is?
Everyone's a comedian. Except you, mister. Help!
What? You're the tax collector, aren't you? What are you doing in there?
Begging without a permit. I asked some old codger for money and he blew the whistle on me. Next thing you know, they got me in here. This is harassment in the course of duty, I'll tell you. Let me out of here! They can't do this to me. I'm the tax collector.
Ah, has someone collared your market?
Watch it.
Must be what they call a tax squeeze, innit? Oh, how do I think I'm up?
Very funny. I'll remember you, pencilhead. I've a perfect thingy. Begins with M. You know, I never forget.
Forget what?
Faces. My business relies on my memory for faces.
They must be your stock in trade.
Okay, sorry. Gotta do it. Okay, that's that.
Shut up, sit down, no talking. If you're mad, you don't want to run around infecting everybody else.
Sorry, I'm fading a little bit right now. Filming was very heavy. Now you're gonna touch a heat stroke. So, let's see, street.
Yes, and oh, look! He's displaying a sort of machine. A sort of... with clamps and drill bits. Oh, dear. I think the medical and hair care professions still have a long way to go. Hello there.
Hmm? Oh, hello.
I suppose it's quite a sensuous sort of job then, playing with women's hair all day.
Oh, not really. Not with the type of women we get in here. No silken locks, no golden magic drifting beneath my scissors. Nothing like my wondrous little milkmaid.
So that's a milkmaid in the psychologist's room.
Ah, yes, all right. Hello.
Young man, you will have the honour of first witnessing my new ensemble. I shall now set a trend that will rock the fashion world.
Curly hair, suit yourself.
What?
Suit yourself, I mean, it might not be your style.
And what would you know about it? I never take fashion advice from a man wearing a dress.
I wonder why she smells of brimstone. Extractors, drills, needles. Look, let's not go into this too deeply, okay?
Okay.
Diploma from the Academy of Barbering, Bloodletting, Leechery, Tooth-Pulling and Associated Self-Mutilations Academy. Nope, I can't shift it. I don't care what the user manual says, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not going to look into there. There are some things best left unknown.
Spoil sport.
Good grief! What in Offler's name is that dreadful smell?
Okay.
Well, if times ever get hard, at least he can masquerade as one of the stock. Is this fish fresh?
Fresh? Fresh? One of them just made a pass at me wife, sir.
Good heavens, did it really?
I don't mind, sir. I think fish are quite attractive, don't you?
I
love my wife, but oh, you octopus.
You're a silly man, and I don't think I shall speak with you. What's that under your arm?
What's what?
That fish, that enormous swordfish.
It's a swordfish, sir.
I can see that.
Nothing wrong with your eyesight, is there, sir? Wizards are fine people, no matter what everyone else says.
Don't be impertinent, you're skating on thin ice.
Skates are over there, sir, all in a row.
In a row?
No, all in a row, as in fish eggs. It's delicious. You should try some caviar.
Don't be impertinent, you're skating on thin ice.
Skates are
In a row?
No, you should.
Don't get horribly burned to death by any monsters or anything. The smell is terrible, but the fish don't seem to mind. That doesn't work. Look at the size of it. Must be Clatchin sturgeon roe. That's a rather unusual fish.
Okay.
And verily shall he bellow forth the 10 sacred names of the Forbidden Dawn.
Ignatius the Troll's all-night pottery shop.
I tell a lie, the 9 sacred names of the Forbidden Dawn.
Try again later. Or earlier.
Then shall he stride forth, and many shall be the number of his stridings.
Hello!
Go away. I am a monk of the Temple of Offla.
Temple of Offal?
Offla. I am guardian of the sacred eye, Lord High Vicar of the other not-so-sacred eye, and Grand Trilobite of the Cenopod.
You must be taller than you look.
Silence! Begone, or else feel the wrath of the mighty Offla and the toe-biting knights of the Holy Emasculation!
That sounds serious.
And verily shall he bellow forth the 10 sacred names of...
Toy shop. Ah. If you all remember, in the film, Terry Pratchett himself played the toy maker at the end of Hogfather.
Greetings, shopkeeper.
Good day, sir. Can I interest you in our toys? There's today's special, an amusing line of bells and whistles. Or there's Violent Bob, the doll with a face you can rip clean off.
Eh?
It's very therapeutic.
I'm sure.
The sort of thing you can share with your brothers. Brothers of evil, walking arm in arm across the rooftops of the world.
Are you all right?
Pardon? Oh, yes. Never felt better. So, can I help you at all, sir? Anything special catch your eye?
Oh, just browsing.
Browsing?
Yes.
Not plotting?
Definitely not.
Not secretly planning the overthrow of the patrician and the total dominance of the city?
No, not at all.
Oh, damn. Right you are, sir. Browse away.
Okay, what are these?
Ah, prime knickknacks. Purple piñatas. Special today, Sweet Pretty Pony Home Abattoir set. Somehow I don't think it'll catch on. Ah, looks like a prime paste blanc extraordinaire to me. Good body, but a bit fruity for my taste.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
That doesn't work.
In the street, let's go to the shades. Going away around the...
I'd need a very good reason before I go into the shades.
The Shades is an area where curiosity not only kills the cat, but ties lead weights to its feet and throws it in the river.
Guess we can't go to the shades. What's left? The park? I guess, yeah. Oh, and the inn.
Keep off the grass. Actually, since they irrigate this stuff with river water, I'm surprised they even need the sign. The stench should be enough to simply move you right along. That doesn't work. Ah, Lampus Illuminaticus. No fooling this wizard. I've taken an advanced course in lamp recognition, I have. Comfy looking bench, that. Handy if I want to pick a pocket or two. Comfy looking bench, that. That doesn't work.
Yes, that was the park.
Poetic, isn't it? Nope, I can't shift it.
There we go.
Nope, seems to be locked. Well, either that or it's just pretty wallpaper. Not only doors, but windows too. Wonders will never cease.
Okay, so... Ah, an alley there. Guess that's an assassin out doing the runs. Oh. Okay.
Hi, good morning, Timmy. Fine day for it.
For what?
Oh, for whatever innocent folk like we can find to do up here on the rooftops.
Have you ever fallen down?
Oh, yes. Tons of times.
Well, if you don't want a repeat performance, try shutting up.
The day is coming when people like you will have to look up to folk like me.
Probably easiest from the ground, then.
What?
Looking up at you, I mean. Probably easiest when done from the ground. Actually, I think I might just get in as little looking up at you right now, in fact. I'll just go down to street level in a quiet, orderly fashion, then, shall I? A git with a broom.
Seems to go nowhere and do nothing. There's a window.
Exit stage left.
Handy old luggage.
Did you get the number of that donkey cart?
Try pickpocketing him.
Did you get the number of...
From the Assassin's Guild, I presume.
Won't let me pickpocket him. Oh, broken drum. The thing with this map, there's so many places you can't tell. No, there's detritus.
Nice drum. Pity that it's broken, though. A large psychotic barbarian madman. Just what I needed. Excuse me. Ow! Ow! What was that for?
Sorry, I think maybe you say, I want fight.
Well, I bloody well didn't. That's the trouble with you people. You always think might makes right.
Oh, sorry, we think you say fight again.
Yes, this is getting to be fairly typical, isn't it? Thank you. I'll just go and stand over there. Don't choke horribly to death on your beers or anything. Ah, you'll be this bar's resident psychotic maniacs then?
Yeah, it's manic barbarian gut squishers. We here to squish some guts. Maybe we squish your guts if you want. Just a little, just for fun. Oh, you want fight?
No. No need to trouble.
I think maybe we kill him a little bit. Then drink some beer and finish him later. Later is no good. Want fight now. If we ask him nice, maybe he put the glass upside down on bar and ask for his guts to be squished. You want maybe to have us squish your guts?
No. Look, actually, I'm pretty much booked up at the moment. Still, we'll see what we can do for you later, okay? And you gentlemen are...
We Hublanders are being... Yeah. Hublanders, you maybe want to fight?
What? No, I don't want to fight. Not with anyone who oils his nipples, anyway. Why'd you ask?
Is very dull city. We won't be back. Yeah, it's too quiet. Last night we killed a little here and a little there, just indoors. I think maybe you kill twice in street too. Yeah, I kill someone in street. Only not much. Then we get bored and go out looking for a proper fight. You want fight?
No, we have in fact been over this material before.
Maybe we get fight here later when crowd get drunk. Yeah, you want us? Just turn your glass over. We pulverize your skull and squish your guts.
Yeah, look, I'll just make a note of that. Excuse me, I think I have an astonishingly urgent need to be elsewhere.
So, for those of you watching, what do you think so far of the voices? How accurate have they been to how you pictured them?
What are you two lummoxes doing here? Get out of my way.
I think maybe he talked to us. Yeah, to us he speak. What we do with him? I say we take him. We crush him between our biceps, and we squish out his brains like icing from a tube. This one is no good for a fight, maybe. He wears a dress. Just hurt him a little. We get proper fight later.
More like Thunder Barbarian.
Well, I'll catch you later then.
No, go away. I've had enough. I've just been beaten to a pulp without so much as an explanation. You keep your distance or I'll scream.
Oh, come on, we've been blown up, we've been beaten up so many times, I can't keep track. Take some matches.
Oi! Those are complimentary, those are.
So why can't I take one?
Well, you have to compliment the bar on its drinks first.
But I haven't had anything to drink.
That's all right. What are you having?
Busy night?
No, not particularly. Why?
Just wondering. What is there to drink?
Well, it's all a matter of suiting the clientele, friend. What do you think the sort of person who frequently frequents this bar would like to have for his drinkies? What'll it be?
Is this one of those tough, brutal bars?
Yeah, not through actual planning, mind. I mean, it just sort of develops.
Then I'll have the usual. A glass of gin served at room temperature with a human air in it, please.
Ah, yeah. I've just checked, and we're all out of gin.
Whiskey?
No.
Rice wine? Pernod? Absinthe? Scumble?
No.
Old Barrel Bender Stout?
I think it's off, sir.
Off? How can stout go off? It kills bacteria. You can clean privies with it.
Well, it's more sort of settled, sir. All the black colouring's sort of swimming round the bottom. Same thing's happened to the elderberry wine. Well, I say the same thing, but it's more like lumpy. It's probably all right, though.
Nah, thank you. So what have you got that hasn't got lumps in it?
Oh, tons of stuff. Incidentally, sir, I don't know if you've noticed that rather impromptu pun there. Rather good, I thought. It could have meant tons, T-U-N-S, type of barrel, or tons, T-O-N-S, in its colloquial usage meaning lots.
Yeah. Very, very good, yeah. So, you've got lots then?
Well, no, not really.
So, is there anything here to drink today?
Well, yes, sir. It is a bar. I mean, not much use having a bar if there's no actual beer being served here. Today, we have beer actually on tap.
That doesn't smell like beer. That smells like Zynemouse Lacantar Splenetic Emollient.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very similar to beer, sir.
Similar? It's one of the most deadly prescription medicines ever devised by man. How can it possibly be similar?
Well, it is a liquid, sir.
Well, I'm not touching it. I'll just have a glass of water, please.
What, as in water taken from the River Ank? Whew, you're braver than I thought.
Ah. I see your point. Well, give us a Zynemouse Lacantar Splenetic Emollient then, please.
Okay, so...
No way. 1 drink per act is enough for me.
Okay.
No! Go away! No ghosts! No ghosts!
Relax, son. I'm a wizard. Let me buy you a drink. So, what's all this about ghosts then, old son?
In my room! A vile creature from the nethermost depths. It took me gate pass, and then it just left. Oh, I'll never forget the horror.
Gate pass? You said you'll never forget, as in you could give me a detailed account, blow by blow, so to speak?
Well, yes.
Oh, just for the record, so to speak. Mind if I take all of this down?
Well, shouldn't I lie on a couch or something?
Feel free.
Would it improve matters?
Nah. Tell me about this gate pass.
Gate pass?
Sorry, did I say gate pass? Tell me about this ghost.
Oh, it was horrible. There it stood, all swirling and all spectral, a veritable vision straight out of the dungeon dimensions. It burst straight out of the doorway. I got a weak heart, I have. I fainted clean away.
Ah, fainted without seeing anything? Like the activities of this ghost, for instance?
No, nothing. Well, I saw nothing except it reach below my jewel box, get the letter opener from the secret compartment beneath, then open the letter I'd hidden under the mattress, read the note inside, and use the combination in the note to open up the safe.
But apart from that, you remember nothing?
That's right. When I came to, my city pass was gone.
Huh. Can I pickpocket him?
Actually, terror is a fair way of... I must remember it for future reference. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Oh, yes.
That's it, is it? That's the way you greet the greatest hero of our age? The one, the only, the invincible?
You what?
I'm important, me. I can't just go around answering any old greeting, you know.
Well, how would you prefer I greet you then?
Well, shoving a pint in my hand would be nice. I'm Flea Bart the Incredible. Greatest thief in the multiverse. I've survived everything. I fought the ant god of quacks and he doesn't even exist. And I survived the valley of the scantily clad, amazingly well hairstyled Amazon women. I've even escaped from the Temple of Offla, from which no other man has returned in fewer than 3 pieces.
I don't believe a word of this.
Huh! Huh! You dare to doubt the greatest hero of our age? I'm known all up and down the river, I am.
The river?
Yeah.
The River Ank? Isn't that a little dangerous?
You have to watch out for all the goiters and the yaws.
Yours? What's yours?
Mine's another pint, thanks. Then there was the time I boast blah.
Barkeep, a drink. About those Amazon women.
And one hand, it's going to succulent, rounded, meringue, hot custard bath, wild slithering, clawing at my... And then we had some tea.
I see.
God bless you, pal. My mate, what's his name? It's you and me against the world, pal. I love to drink with what's his name, cause what's his name's my mate.
Okay.
Yeah, wugger. Oh no, it's bursting open. Your face of molten gold. Ah!
Ah, yes. Standard gleaming white eyes, probably attached to a standard black shaggy monster. I wonder if it'd help if I sang about my favourite things.
Okay, I think we've covered about everything here.
Counterwires wine? That doesn't work.
Okay. Well, we checked out that alleyway. Let's see what's left. Oh.
Greetings.
Hello. Are you, it begins with a T, a troublemaker?
No. No, why do you ask?
Oh, well, I bored, see? That's the downside of being a bouncer. You have to wait minutes sometimes for a decent fight. It's too quiet, standing here with nothing to do. It gets so boring sometimes. I hit my own head for just something to do. I mean, unless someone actually asks you to thump them, there's nothing to do except wait.
You're paid for this?
Yeah, I just begins with a T. Thump people.
What? At random?
Oh, I don't use no complicated stuff like at random. No, I just thump people what cause trouble in the bar, see, in the bar.
Sounds like a better idea.
Saves wear and tear on the knuckles. The only thing is the boredom. It's almost as if I hear people asking to be thumped. I might change my job to just thumping anybody who comes by. Do you think that's taking things too far?
Well, it's quite a jump.
When you say that, I thought you say thump. Sorry, it's one of them mistaken identity thingies. Is your head all right?
I think that's like, what, number 15?
Didn't hit you too hard, did I?
Yeah, thank you, Mother. Oh, I'm fine. It's just a little lump.
16?
Oh, sorry. There I go again. A creature of impulse. You look a bit seedy. Are you all right?
Oh, I don't feel so good. I think I'm going into a bit of a slump.
And again.
Oh, sorry. Oh, where can I put me face? See, when you say that, I thought you say...
Yeah. Excuse me, I think I hear someone calling.
I think it's now we've been everywhere it's possible to go. I think the River Morfork is the... Who have we got here?
Obviously the commander of the guards. Ah, you'll be the mandatory pink idiot youth with sword then. Oh dear. You know, that's possibly the closest I've ever seen anything come to being a human without actually being one. Evening all.
Now, Nobby, do I book him now?
What for?
Loitering with intent. Paragraph 7, subsection 3. Lurking, loitering and vending without due course.
Oh, Carrot, give it a rest. Take a walk.
Who are you people anyway?
We're the city guard, mister.
What, all two of you?
3 of us. There's me and the sergeant, who's a bit under the weather, as account of making an arrest of a large quantity of lager. Then there's the kid, Carrot. The boy's going to be a full member soon.
Marvellous.
We're on patrol. There's been a few thefts around here lately. Strange things going missing. Little knickknacks all over town. Almost as if someone's been swallowing them. You don't know anything about it, do you?
What? Oh, goodness me, I never heard of any such thing in all my life.
Well, we thought we might patrol our way over to the Broken Drum. Then we might patrol our way over to the inn. Then there's a few wine cellars whose doors definitely need checking.
I see.
So, what are you up to then?
Oh, nothing.
See, Nobby, loitering. That's loitering.
Of course it isn't. Just because I'm not doing anything important doesn't mean I'm loitering.
Well, it's as close as maybe.
Well, the law has to be specific. What actually is loitering?
Oh, well, once upon a time, there was all sorts of laws, of course. Yes. Such as, intent to go into a pub and have a drink, intent to strip stark naked and wave at passers-by, intent to go into a pub and have really big drinks, intent to pass by the guard without giving them a smoke. You haven't got a spare on you by any chance?
No, sorry, I don't.
No loss, no loss.
Well, look, I wasn't planning on doing any of those things.
Well, how are we to know that?
But I was just standing there. What's the difference between loitering and minding your own business?
Ah, well, your inveterate loiterer sort of sidles his way along the pavement, kind of moving without even twitching a muscle.
Yes, I know. Yeah, got a watch for them invertebrates. Some criminals just have no backbone.
Had to struggle a bit for that one, didn't you?
What does a city guard do?
Not a lot. Not much call for us nowadays. Thievery is permitted as long as it meets guild quotas.
So how big is the city guard?
Well, it must be...
Yeah, easily.
Ooh, fully...
What?
Well, there's 3 of us.
But you said the kid is new.
He just wandered in out of the wilds one day. Almost heroic like it was. He's the first volunteer we've had in decades. He's having a little bit of trouble fitting in though. He's a bit literal minded, you see, on account of the fact that he's a dwarf.
A dwarf? He's 7 foot tall if he's an inch.
He's the tallest dwarf in the world.
I lied about my height, see?
You're a very good liar.
He's a good loomer too. He can really loom, Carrot can. Never known anyone for looming like Carrot.
A tall dwarf.
It's all right. He's growing out of it.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Look, I'm not going to stay here. I've had a very trying day.
Exciting? Full of action?
What? Yes, I suppose so.
Well, that's disturbing the peace then. Okay, these are your rights. You have the right to remain silent. You have the right not to remain silent, but to say, please do not do that again. You have the right to say, yes, all right, it was me what done it. No, not the fingers.
Carrot? No.
What?
No, Carrot. We are not going to arrest him.
But Nobby, he just admitted.
But we're turning a blind ear.
Well, I'll just move along then, shall I? Fine. We used to have one of these things at home, but the wheels fell off.
Here, You can't go through the gates without a gate pass.
I can arrest him now, Nobby. That's illegal, that is. Leave him without a pass.
I haven't left yet.
What?
I said I haven't left yet.
Yeah, and?
If it's only illegal if I leave, then it can't be illegal for me to not leave.
Ah, right you are then. Well, just watch it, that's all. Just you watch it.
Oh dear, oh dear. It seems we're maybe out of places to try to see where we need to move things along. Oh, it's one of those, yeah.
Hey, you! That's not allowed.
That doesn't work. Ah, a large psycho... just what I needed. That doesn't work.
Guess he doesn't have any pockets to pick.
Damn! Nice drum. Pity that it's broken, though. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That doesn't...
Seriously, I can't pickpocket anybody? Huh. Kind of a bit stuck. Oh, actually, I know. There was a closet, we got those matches. There we go.
New Jiffy Brill Instant Starch. Stiffens anything. You never know when that might come in useful.
Okay, anything else on these
Oh,
shelves?
cleaning material. I didn't know we had a cleaner. It's very hard to keep staff in this place. Well, hard to keep them human anyway.
Yeah, well, you know, that's how it is with Unseen University. It's gone to the books and everything.
Oh. Well, this one's not a statue. I think this one used to be a frog out in the garden. Ah, well, he never should have asked to be turned into a handsome plinth.
Yes.
That doesn't work.
Actually, I just thought. There we go, we got one item for the book.
That doesn't work. A staff of tumultuous thaumaturgy.
Yay, we got that. So we need an imp, some magic coil, and a metal container. That's a frying pan.
That doesn't work.
Now we can't use it to ring the gong.
Small bloomers. About my size, actually. Sort of soft and silky. What a strangely liberating thought.
Yikes. So we got one item. Oh dear, 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 dear.
Well now, this door's all sticky. Why does it smell of fruit?
So can we walk around here? We can. This may be what we
Hey,
missed out.
buddy.
Who, me?
Have you ever thought about the advantages of owning land on the Fremenwanger Peninsula?
Isn't that all underwater?
That's just its advantage, friend. Think of it. A seaside retreat where the sea can actually be the one total dominating element of the view.
Gosh, yes. Let me take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime offer.
What, really?
Nah, only kidding. I just want it to be as pleasant as possible as a sort of aid to conversation.
Oh, but that's cruel. It's building up my hopes only to dash me down. You know, being a confidence trickster is a hard job.
Well, perhaps you need a holiday.
Right, but where to? Where to? Not a lot of peace at resorts these days.
I hear the Fremenwanger Peninsula is fairly quiet. Why don't your lips sync with your words?
L-space. The library is a nexus of L-space. Within these shelves, all possible pasts and futures can be found. Frankly, it's making me feel a bit ill.
Sorry.
Why don't your lips sync?
Frank.
What's that under your coat?
Hourglasses. Care to buy an hourglass?
Where did you get all of those?
Fell off the back of a donkey cart, sir.
You are an extremely silly man.
Hey, I'm not the one wearing a dress.
Right, well, don't be a stranger. Cheers. Hello? Ooh, Egat. You're not in charge here, are you? Oh, I see. Well, thanks. Look. Well. Did you get the number of that donkey cart?
L-space.
Hey there, old mollusk. What can you tell me about L-space? Yeah. Yeah, I see, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, yes, I see. So what you're saying is that L-space is a means of time travel available only to librarians, which is essentially too complex a subject to convey with hand gestures and grunts. Yes, I thought so. But look, if I did have to go into L-space, say, to go back to another time, you could help me?
L-space is the distortion of space caused by big collections of books. Just picture some of those old second-hand bookshops, which look like they were designed by Isha on a bad day. They invariably have more staircases than stories, and rows of shelves that end in little doors, which are surely too small for humans to enter. This distortion of space has a similar inevitable effect on time.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got such a heat stroke earlier while filming. I'm really starting to feel the effects of it now. I'm probably going to call it a night. For tonight, let's save it. And double check. Yeah, okay, did that. Game controls. Yeah, okay. Alright, so. If you've enjoyed part 1, please do stick around. Part 2 will be out in a few days. And if you've enjoyed it, please, hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave me a comment to tell me if you like, what you thought of it. Who's your favourite voice actor in it? If you think they're better than those in the TV shows or movies. Talk to me anything about Discworld. I love Discworld. But for now, this is Getech saying take care, and see you next time for the next part of Discworld.